And welcome to QCAD. This is QCAD. It's one of the softwares that we have on our right, CNC tables. Let's go ahead and have a little bit of fun with it. Now, there's a lot of different tools that we have at our disposal in QCAD. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about navigation. What we have here is a giant screen. We can continue to zoom out with the scroll button. You'll notice that it just keeps going from bigger squares to smaller squares. I'm right now at 10,000 inches. That's ridiculous. If you're building something at 10,000 inches, you know what? More power to you. I have never in the world ever needed anything to go to 10,000 inches. So we're going to go ahead and keep zooming on in, zooming on in. Oh, there we go. Now we're down at a respectable size here. Okay. So that's what you get with your scroll button. If you hit the scroll button, if you actually click and hold and move your mouse, it'll allow you to move the screen with the internal button there. Isn't that delightful? All right. If you hold Control, you can go up and down while you're scrolling. If you hit Shift, you can also go left and right. So Control for up and down, Shift for left and right, then normal scroll for zooming. It's like we're having a little bit of mouse party rave. What? All right, moving on. Let's talk about some of the basic structure of QCAD here. All right, so when we have a tool, your tool may or may not have options. If it does have options, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be right here in this little pocket. We're going to be able to make adjustments to these things. All of our little tiny nuances to every tool will be accessible from right here. All right. And then, of course, all of your tool options are here. All of your basic tools are right here. Making a line, making an arc, making a circle, making an ellipse, making other shapes, all here available for you. Then we have our modification tools. This allows us to scale things. It allows us to rotate things. It allows us to modify our pieces, our artwork that we're going to be making here in QCAD. And then, of course, you have your measurement tool right here. This allows us to take exact measurements of the parts that we're making. Hey, you might need that. Just a suggestion there. So let's break each of those down one at a time. Okie dokie. And let's do the line tool. I love the line tool. You do a lot with the line tool. Let's go talk about that. You'll notice that there are red points on each of these. These red points allow us to know where we're clicking or what our reference points are going to be. So here's a line that goes from point to point. Let's go ahead and click those out. I can click on that pen tool. Point. Now I just clicked once and I let go. And point. Look at that. Alright, pretty simple. Click once, drag your mouse around, or pull your mouse around however you want to do it, and click again, and you have a line. If you need to, we have this little trailing edge over here. What if we just wanted to make 2 parallel lines and I didn't need to make this other line? Right click. Boom. And it's done. You're going to notice I have a lot of options here. Let's say I wanted to go back. Well, rather than having to click this little back button, I just right click once, and it takes me back to all of my line tools. If I right click one more time, it takes me back to the main set of tools here. Love it. Let's keep moving. All right, with our line tools, we also have this here, which is a point and an angle. So let's go ahead and click on that. And you'll notice up here I have the options. Angle 45 degrees. Length, we're going to go ahead and make this 5 inches. So we have 5 inches at 45 degrees. Look at that. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and check something else out here. Now here's a horizontal line. Cool. So I have my horizontal line. I can reference any of my points here, and it's 5 inches, and I'm starting at the end. So I can go here and make a bunch of 5.5 inch lines that are extending to the left. If I wanted to extend it to the right, I would just go to Start. Click Reference Point Start. It'll actually reference off of the start. Really useful if you're going to be able to, if you want to make some weird shaped or more precise designs. Let's say someone says I need a 6.625743.8. shape or inch shape. If your machine can get down into the millions of accuracy, that would be important to be able to type that in, and we can do that here in QCAD if we wanted to. We also have the option to start in the middle, which, as you guessed, starts from the middle. I know, it's almost too much. Alright, let's go ahead and do the vertical line. Same thing, 5.5 inches, referenced off the middle, referenced off the start, and reference off the end. And we're getting fancy over here with all of our little pieces. Okay, those are the 4 that I primarily use. There are other functions here that we can really start to explore, but for the sake of what we're going to be doing 9 times out of 10, those are the tools I want you to be able to use with the line tools. Let's go ahead and go back. We can right click, boom, look at us go back here. We're going to go and mess with circles. Circles, similarly, again, we're using those red dots as a reference point. So this is a center point circle. So what happens is we click where the center is going to be, then go ahead and move your mouse back, and you're going to notice that we're now setting the radius. Boom. Tough actin tenactin. Look at that. All right. Next up, we're going to have just one with a center and a predefined radius. So that tool here, we're going to go ahead and make sure you recognize that. Center radius. I'm going to have a radius of 4, and we're going to go ahead down here, and you'll notice that it's a pre-made circle. We can also do center diameter. So let's say that we had a radius of 4, which is diameter of, a radius of 4, which is diameter of 8. We're going to get the exact same circle. I'm just going to kick this off to the side. Beautiful. Okay, and those are the tools I use a lot. There's another one that we use here that's 2 points, which is a circle made between 2 points. Woot. And there's also concentric circles, which is a circle with a given distance away from another circle. So, for example, ½ inch in, I can just start to advertise for Target if I just keep going in like this. Each layer is another ½ inch in or out. And all you're doing is defining the distance. So if I were to say, okay, we're 2 inches out. Cool, so it's going to start making circles 2 inches out off of those, and I can really get tricky with that if I wanted to. Again, we have a lot of options on there. Concentric circles happen to be some of my, let's just say, more favorite things to work with. So yeah, there you go. That's how you mess with circles. Let's go ahead and actually clear most of that. Way I like to clear is I select everything with a square select. Alright, cool. And just hit delete. And it's all gone. Look at that. All gone. Speaking of all gone, what rhymes with all gone? Polygon. We're going to be making some polygons here. For example, polygon side, side. So we know the distance between the sides, and it's going to be 8 corners. Cool. 1 and 2. Again, QCAD is going to do a lot for you in terms of telling you how you're going to make this shape. Those red dots speak exactly to how you're going to build that shape. Let's go and mess with. Cool. 2 points of a side. It's going to have 4 corners, 4 sides. I'm going to click 1, and it's going to actually draw out. Boom. There we go. 4 corners is a square. 5 corners is a, pentagon. Alrighty. And then you, of course, have center to corner. Again, center of the polygon to the corner. Similarly, here, center to side. Again, we have a lot of different ways to make our shapes, depending on how we want to make it within the program. If it's more beneficial, more accurate to do it one way or another, we can really get into the use cases for that, but those are the basic tools. In QCAD, we're going to go over modification tools and so many other things later on. But again, 9 minutes of dealing with these basic shapes. I just wanted to make sure you guys get this, and we're going to move forward from there.